Alright guys, so Star Wars Episode 8 for us is less than 24 hours away. I cannot believe tomorrow's the big day.
It's been a long time coming, and I really wish it would have come sooner, but I'm glad that it's finally here. Everyone's got predictions, we're no exception, and so we've asked each other 8 questions in preparation for Episode 8.
So please enjoy. These are answers to 8 questions in about under 30 seconds each, covering all the different things we think might happen in Star Wars Episode 8.
Strongly tempted? Maybe not. Maybe just a little tempted, though. Maybe she won't get the guidance she's hoping for from Luke, and who knows, she could ask Kylo after all.
Alright, so I can't decide for sure what I think. I do think it's either going to be Luke or it's going to be Han and Leia. If it's Han and Leia, maybe Luke kept a secret that she survived the, Kylo's attack, or maybe they don't know that's her somehow. And then obviously if she's Luke's child, that'll definitely play a big role in this film.
I would absolutely love to see all of those characters in the same frame together. And I think it's possible all of their plots will converge at the end, and we'll get that big hero roundup.
I see him as a scoundrel type who's going to play an important role in Finn and Rose's adventure. So maybe getting them, we know they infiltrate the First Order, so getting them the credentials and the uniforms that they need to convincingly infiltrate and spy on the First Order.
I think it would be one of the worst kept secrets in movie history. It's one of those things that everyone is expecting, and so to just make it so would feel more like a formality rather than a deserved twist.
I definitely think he still feels the pull of the light side. In one of the trailers where we see him considering shooting down his mom, he's shaky, he's crying a little. He's not fully there yet. He hasn't completely shut off all human emotion. Will he seek forgiveness in this film? I'm not sure. I think that might be something that is saved for Episode 9. But it is possible that maybe he will feel betrayed by Snoke and look to the Resistance.
Hard to say. I know there's an international poster that shows Luke wielding his blue lightsaber, so maybe he'll take it back from her and she'll have to build her own. And I think that'd be really cool. That's something I'd really love to see on screen.
I really hope we get to see the Knights of Ren. I really, really hope so. I'm really curious about what they are, who they are, where they came from, and with us being in Snoke's throne room and seeing Snoke a little bit more, it's a great opportunity to finally get to see them in action and see what they're about.
I want The Last Jedi to really push the Star Wars narrative forward. I already get the sense that it'll have some similarities with The Empire Strikes Back, some structural similarities, but I wanted to add to the lore and expand the story and develop the characters in a way that's not dumb.
Princess Leia will not make it out of this movie alive. I think she's done about all she needs to do. I think this film will really get to see her perform, and that Carrie Fisher's death will not really have impacted the filming for Episode 9, and that was just a bit of a red herring to distract us, to make sure we didn't already know how this film was going to end. I think it's also possible Captain Phasma may not make it out of this movie alive. Maybe that showdown with Finn won't end so well for her.
I assume that question means, will Luke Skywalker die in this movie? No. I think if any major character is going to die in The Last Jedi, it'll be Princess Leia. And Luke Skywalker will have his swan song in 9.
Favorite new character? It will probably be Rose. Haven't seen a lot, but I like the idea of her character, and it's a really interesting thing to introduce a new character in the second film who's going to play a big role in the story for this film. It's not just a background character.
Yeah. I'm almost positive we will learn something about his character. Maybe not where he came from, but more along the lines of what he's all about.
No. I don't think we're gonna see Luke on Kylo action in this film. I think Luke's big chance will be more so in 9. Will we see Rey and Kylo rematch? That, I think, is a possibility. I'm more leaning towards, no big, grand, over-the-top lightsaber duels. But it is a Star Wars film, so if there's not, it would be kind of weird. So I'm not 100% sure who I think it's going to be between, or even if I really think there's going to be one.
I sure hope so. I still say that The Force Awakens was severely missing a touch of love. If it's going to happen in The Last Jedi, I could see it happening between Finn and Rose.
I think we're going to learn a lot about the history of the Jedi, and maybe some things that are going to be surprising, things that might shock us, things that maybe aren't such good news, might take away from the positive image we've always held of the Jedi and the extreme negative image we've held of the Sith, and that stark contrast that's always existed between dark and light, and maybe that there is a gray area in there somewhere.